Jackson, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Take me back to Saturday. Windy conditions. Did it really feel like playing at home a little bit?
Kinda. I mean, I'm used to it. Practice here a lot, blows a lot there. Yeah, here. But I mean, Casper was just really windy and like it was very open. There's not like tree lines, so it's like it's a different type of wind that you have to get accustomed to. But I felt confident. I mean, I play in it a lot. I mean, I play every day, so it's not like it's always calm out. You got to just deal with it, and makes a good player. But if I played here my whole life, so I got pretty used to it. So
yeah.
Nothing new for me.
What was your thought process? You shoot an 80, but you're by no means out of it after the first day. What was kind of your game plan going into Saturday, you think?
I played with Braxton a lot, and I know he's a solid player. But if I just stuck to my game plan, which is trust my ball striking, because I'm a very good ball striker, that I would be successful, and I was just being smart and mentally precise to hit the shots I knew that would get me back to a flag stick and being on the right tier of the green. And a couple times I wasn't on the right tier, but I practiced those putts enough to where I'm confident over those. But it's always a bonus when you have like a 25-footer up the hill instead of a slider down the hill, which is harder.
What was it like to kind of stay with your game plan while seeing other guys around you struggle a little more?
You always just playing golf. I mean, I really wasn't focused on the other players. I was just in my own world. You know what I mean? Like, I knew where Braxton was kind of at here and there all day, but I was just out there to play golf, and I knew if I just stuck to that, because the quieter it is in my mind, it's better for me to compete that way. So I just stayed in my own world, and somehow, just worked in my favor that week. So played good.
So how's it feel to be a state champ? Has it sunk in the last couple days?
Not really. Like, I'm still kind of just floating around the idea that I won. It hasn't like set in. Kind of just feel the same, Go up to the course and practice. I'm just like, I don't feel any different than I have before, but it's about it,
Yeah. Turn to your coach, Carlos Maizo. And Carlos, talk a little bit about what you see out of this young man in his performance this past weekend.
Well, I mean, I think Jackson put it really well. He came into this tournament with a really quiet mind. He knew that he had a job to do. He knew that he just had to go out and play golf. And, you take care of your mindset, and you take care of your approach to the game, and good things happen for you. And, state tournaments there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of, outside types of distractions that can make it difficult. And Jackson really stayed focused. And, particularly down the stretch when things got pretty tight, he didn't waver from his game plan. He hit a great tee shot coming up to the 9th green, and that put some pressure on Braxton. And Braxton, had a tough second shot to hit, and ended up avoiding a hazard. Jackson just really had a solid game plan and stayed tough the whole time. I was really proud of him.
What about from Friday to Saturday? Did anything change, do you think?
I think that first day of state for anyone, and probably for Jackson too, there's some nerves and things like that. You really want to come out and play well, and maybe there's times when you press a little bit and things like that. And Jackson, at the end of the day, I think he was pleased and relieved to see that he was only 4 shots out of the lead, and he realized, geez, you know what, this is well within reach. I just got to go out and play golf tomorrow. That's what he told me at the end of the round. I'm just going to go out and play golf tomorrow, and I should be fine, and he sure was.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit about your state champion. Does that add any pressure to you kind of moving forward? I mean, you are only a junior, so you got one more high school season still to play, but,
obviously I'm just going to try to go defend next year. I mean, that's always a bonus, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people can go do that, defend a state title, but I mean, I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do that, but I mean, right now as it stands with me, I mean, this was like a goal I've had for a while, so now it's time to raise the bar a little higher and start working more towards another higher goal, which is capable. Like, I put in the work, so I'm comfortable with going to these big tournaments, so I'm ready for some big tournaments. State's always fun, but to get that atmosphere around and just other like junior golf tours is a big deal, and just being able to compete in that type of environment. I mean, it's not going to go away as long as I get older. I mean, as I get older and mature and my game gets better, it's just going to get higher stakes of the tournaments I play. So I'm really excited for it, but I'm really grateful I get to go defend next year, so that'll be fun for me. So
you're a happy guy. Congratulations to you. Was it a little tough to see the team struggle a little more than you guys wanted to?
100%. I mean, I love those guys, and it's hard. You always want them to go play good. want to go win that team title. But you know, it was a great year, man. And, like overall, like we played really solid. I think he's done an amazing job with our team, and I feel like our team's just come such a long way. And then the youth coming up sees what our team's doing, and I think the youth will grow into the game of golf more, which is really important. So that's all.
Yeah, kind of tough to see it. What'd you take away from the team aspect, Carlos?
Boy, you know, it is tough to perform well at state. I mean, there's a little bit of extra pressure, and you know, those guys went out there and they tried really, really hard. You know, the course was punitive, so you know, if you did make a mistake, you know, it made you pay, and we found ourselves in the wrong spots a few times. But boy, what a wonderful team. Our seniors were wonderful. You know, some great kids in that bunch with, you know, Titus and Andrew playing, of course, and you know, Cameron on the girls' side. Just, you know, fantastic kids and wonderful golfers. And yeah, it wasn't our best tournament of the year. You know, these were kids that went out and either individually or as a team won invites, you know, throughout the year. So
right.
It was a really successful year from that standpoint. But you know, yeah, we'll really miss those guys. And what Jackson says is right, that you know, there is something exciting about you know, seeing a successful program for some of those younger kids, and you know, I think we're going to see some kids want to come out and play some golf next year.
Back to you real quick. What do you got to work on now?
Oh man.
What do you feel like you need to do to maybe even elevate your game more?
Definitely you need to just get repetition in. You know, the littler like the mistakes I make. I've had some sloppy mistakes here and there, but I can manage to shoot like around par, which isn't bad. But I mean, the next thing I'm working on is to take those sloppy mistakes out and try to execute when I make birdies, trying to go put a lower number on the board. So that's what I'm working on, is just keeping it composed and keeping those mistakes at bay, you know, just keeping them all spread out throughout the round, not all like one hole to the next. So
okay.
That's all I'm really working on, so I'm excited for it. So it'll be fun.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you.